Backstory, so I'm hanging out with a friend, walking around the part of town that used to be an Air Force base, playing Pokémon Go. We walk through the overgrown part of the path and put the other side. We stop at a few gyms, take them, and move on. My friend's phone starts ringing. It's her mom. Okay, cool. Her mom called to check in. This is where our story begins. M. Mom. F. Friend. Me. Op. C. Cop. M. Honey, it's time to head home. F. One more gym, mom. I'll head back afterwards. M. What do you mean gym? F. Pokémon Go. M. What? I told you to never play that game. F. It's fine, mom. M. No it isn't. You're going to be a slave owner if you play that crap. F. Here, Op will tell you otherwise / puts phone on speaker / M. How dare you teach my daughter about slavery? Me. It's not about slavery, it's sabo. M. Not a damn word you say will change my mind. Me. It's not about slavery. M. Yes it is. Me. We're at place name, will prove it isn't slavery. So we wait about 10 minutes and she arrives. M. Get in the car, honey, we're leaving. F. No. I'm not going with you if you have a problem over the slightest thing. M. If you don't get in, I'm calling the cops. Me. Call them. You'll see that you're wrong. She then gets out, shoves her daughter in front of an oncoming car, and then calls the cops. She literally could have killed her daughter, and as she's on the phone, she says, "Hello, this boy shoved my daughter in front of a car. He needs to be punished." The cops are on their way almost immediately. It's a small town, so there's barely any crime. C. What seems to be the problem? M. He shoved my daughter into the road. Me. No I didn't. She can vouch for me. F. He didn't do it, officer. It was my mother's fault. C. Is this true, mom? M. No. He did. C. Alright mom, we're going to take you 3IN for questioning. We go to the station. They ask if she has a dash cam. She denies, very obviously hiding something. So they go out to her car. Sure as hell, she had one. It picked up the whole thing. I've worked at a retail store in Canada for a few years now. We get lots of entitled people attempting to return items that have obviously been worn, or trying to haggle the prices. This is the one that stood out the absolute most to me. Typical on mobile apology. So I'm working my shift and hanging the new shipment of orders to be able to put out on the tables when this older lady comes in with her daughter. Anyone who's worked retail knows the look of a customer who's about to ruin your entire day. So I took a long sip of my coffee before putting on my customer service voice. "Hi. How can I help?" Why? She cut me off while throwing a jacket onto the table. M. I have a return. The zipper broke and I paid a lot of money for this. I bought it for my daughter and I'd rather get her something new. Me. Oh, of course. Do you have the receipt with you? M. I wasn't aware I needed one. Could you just process the return without one? Me. Of course. I just need. I then noticed that the few years I've worked here I've never once seen this jacket on our hangers. I looked at it longer and noticed the back tag did indeed say our company's name. Daughter, I'd rather just get cash so I can purchase something I actually like. Me. Sorry, but when was this purchased? Our return policy is 14 days with receipt and in-store credit for up to 30 days after. I've just never seen this jacket on our floor. M. Are you calling us liars? Look at the tag. Obviously it's your store's jacket. I can't remember when I purchased it, but the zipper's ruined and clearly wasn't worth buying. Me. I understand completely. I'm just going to call a higher up over so they can verify the jacket. Cue the mourning and groaning from the mother and having her repeatedly tell me I clearly can't do my job while I'm desperately waving at my manager. M. This is ridiculous. Just give me my money so I can buy my daughter something better. Manager. Hi. So this jacket is actually from our winter collection from a few years ago. We can't take it back as it's been worn. M. Are you serious? My daughter's going to freeze now. She needs a better jacket. Give my money back. Manager. I'm sorry, but our return policy is 14 days, not 7 years. You don't have a tag to even be able to ring this through. We don't have it in our system, and you don't have a receipt. Sometimes when a jacket gets older it wears and tears. but it seems your daughter must have gotten a good few years out of it. Daughter, this is absolutely ridiculous. I take my children here, and you will never have my business ever again. No, this is terrible service. It's broken. We deserve compensation. I don't want this. Give me my money back. I want a new jacket. My daughter will freeze without one. Manager, sorry, we can't accept this as a return. Feel free to look around for a newer jacket, but this is all I can do for you. I hope you have a great day, and I'm sorry we couldn't please you. My manager turns around and starts going back to helping with stock. The entitled pair took this as their best shot at bullying me into giving money back, but I physically couldn't, even if I wanted to. No tag and no receipt means there's no barcode to even enter into the system. I just blatantly ignored them and started unpacking another box. Well, you are ridiculous and should be fired ignoring me and refusing a return. This is illegal. And with that, she grabbed the coat off my stock table, and not just the coat. She grabbed a pair of jeans that were still in the packaging and started darting towards the door with her daughter. I quickly grabbed the phone to ring security and arm all to rush over while my manager ran over to try and block them from leaving. Armall has a super strict, super stupid policy against grabbing the item back without security there, so the best we could do was block them and follow them. Security managed to grab it back, and they were banned from entering our store. Sadly not the entire mall, but I can still have a smug look on my face when the entitled daughter enters, and I can remind her she's not welcome in our store all because of a wear and tear zipper. This happened about 3 years ago, so dialogue won't be exact. Anyway, so me, my brother, and my mom are in line for the swimming pool. It was the summer and we swam a lot at the time. So in front of us is a family with a kid, probably 7, a kid probably 16, and of course, Karen. It's all fine. We are just standing in line when that kid turns around and literally punches my mom in the stomach. He's laughing and having a blast doing it. My mom tells him politely to stop, and he does it again. That's right folks, he does it again. Harder too. So again, we tell him to stop, and he just keeps laughing. So we tell Karen about what's going on, and this is the conversation, roughly. Karen, mom, me, hey, sorry, your kid is hitting me, and we've been asking him to stop but he won't. You're fine. Relax. He's just a kid. Me, my mom, my brother, what? So we just kinda don't know what to say, so we don't do anything about it. So before I say the next part, here's some stuff about my mom. She's diabetic type 1, so she has an insulin pump. It's a pod type thing that she exchanges every few days. When it's taken out, you can't use it again. You have to get another one. One pod is about $5 too. Anyway, so the kid notices a lump under my mom's shirt, so he literally grabs it right out. Ouch. It's in by a needle. That would hurt. He pulls it away. So now my mom has 30 minutes maximum to get a new one in before she passes out. Me, give that back. What did you say? What is that? It's my insulin pump. I'm diabetic. This is really bad. Relax, you're fine. Just put it back in. I can't. Well, you shouldn't make it so tempting for people to take it. That's right, it's my mom's fault now. So I snatch it away. Kid cries. We speed away quickly because this just became a very dangerous situation and my mom's life was in danger. We got home. She put in a new one, and everything was okay. But Karen and your stupid kid, I hate you. I love my mom and it's taken me a while, and reading a lot of the posts here, to realize I have things to post here too. TDLR at the bottom, but title pretty much nails it. This happened in August 2017. I had been busy with work for several weeks and I forgot to send a card or gift to my mom for her and my stepdad's anniversary. However, on the date of the event, I sent text messages and pics wishing them all the best and figured that would suffice and Mumsy would understand. Apparently, she did not. The next day was a Sunday and I had been super exhausted by several weeks of working 10 to 12-hour days, so I skipped church and opted to sleep in with my phone's ringer turned off. I finally wake up around 1 PM and decide to just bum around the house. My hubby was super understanding and agreed to make food runs as needed so I wouldn't have to cook or anything. I happened to grab my phone to text a friend of mine and noticed that it was ringing, so I answered it. The person on the other end identified himself as a state trooper and notified me that I was about to be visited by local police for a welfare check. Very confused, I asked him why and who would need to be checking up on me as my husband was in the same room with me and I was clearly okay because I answered the phone. The state trooper politely just asked me to answer the door and comply with the policeman's requests and to have a photo ID ready for verification purposes. About 20 minutes later, a local policeman shows up at my door in full riot gear, Kevlar vest, helmet, extra gun clips, the whole shebang, and asks me to show my photo ID. I complied and he asked me why I hadn't called my mother recently. I couldn't help myself from replying that I had been busy and oh yeah, I was just shy of my 43rd birthday for Pete's sake. He stated that she had contacted several levels of law enforcement within my state. She's in another state nearly 1200 miles away, BTW, which is why he was dispatched to my home. I thanked him for his follow-up, not his fault he was there, after all, and promised to call my mom. He left. I went back in my house, and looking at my phone, I noticed that I had 32 missed phone calls in the span of 2 hours. WTF. My voicemail was completely full. I decided to call my mom before even listening to the voicemails for fear another cop would get dispatched to my residence. I called mom and asked if she was okay. She didn't even say hello. She just blurted out, "I didn't get an anniversary gift from you, so I assumed you were dead." I couldn't help but reply, "Sorry to disappoint." I asked her if she had gotten my text messages wishing her a happy anniversary and she just said, "Oh yeah, I don't check my phone that much." But she used it to call me repeatedly and harass several different law enforcement agencies 5 states away. I politely advised her that I felt it would have been more appropriate for her to have received an anniversary gift from her husband than her daughter, and if she felt her gift was lacking, she should take it up with him. I hung up before she could respond and ignored the rest of her calls and texts that day. I finally listened to the voicemails. As I suspected, the more voicemails she left, the angrier they sounded, not full of concern, not worried that something was legitimately wrong, not even a trace of alarm for my well-being, no, just angrier and angrier that she thought I was ignoring her. She had left 8 voicemails before one from a state trooper advising me they would make one more attempt to reach me before alerting local police. Then mom left 2 more after that before my voicemail was full. None of my mom's voicemails indicated that she had contacted authorities to hunt me down. The last 4 mentioned not sending an anniversary present and were the most angry sounding. That was over 2 years ago, and it's taken me a little time to move past it. It's now a running joke between us, and every time I get a voicemail instead of her, I simply leave this message: "Hi mom, it's me, I'm just calling you so you don't call the cops," and hang up. Whenever she returns the call, I like to answer with "still not dead," but she doesn't find that as funny as I do, which is why I do it. Thank you for watching. Slap that like button and comment your opinion on these stories below. I'm waiting. Write that comment. Seriously. Have you written it yet? If you don't comment, you make a bunny cry somewhere. You're not that kind of person. I know. Anyways, peace out and catch you tomorrow.